Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. Good to have you with us on this Monday morning. Hey, it's a Monday, I know, but guess what? We've got one more week of work, and then we're off for a couple of weeks here at HCC. So stick around. We've got your HCC news and information for the next half hour. Hey, thanks for joining us. If you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook Live, we are live every morning at 10 a.m. when HCC's in session. And you can also catch the rebroadcast of our show on HCCTV. We're now on at noon, 5 p.m., and 10 p.m. So you can watch us on HCCTV as well. Make sure you follow us in social media. Dr. Tony Reyes Sutherland is here as my co-host this morning. Tony, we're all across social media these days.
Yes, we are. YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. But look for Houston Community College District, not just HCC, because there's a bunch of HCCs out there. Houston Community College District, and you will find us.
That's right. Okay, let's get on with the show. Tony, you're going to be interviewing this next guest. We've got a student success story. Martin Vega, he is the first AAS graduating class with HCC's Electrical Technology program. Good to see you, Martin. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We're looking forward to hearing all the good things going on with you right now. So stick around, grab a cup of coffee. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes. Okay, it's Music Monday as we do on the show. We've got a very special guest. Kyle Turner is a jazz saxophone musician with the Kyle Turner Band. He's here with us this morning. Good to see you, Kyle.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
We're doing great. We're looking forward to hearing all about your story. I understand, were you born and raised in Houston?
Born and raised in Houston.
You don't meet many people who are born in Houston. A lot of us, like myself, we got here as fast as we could. I've been here for decades. But you were born and raised in Houston. Tell us, what part of town did you grow up in, number one? And were you always into music?
Yes, I grew up on the northeast side of Houston, went to M.B. Smiley High School, North Forest Independent School District. And yes, I was always into music, from a musical family. My dad is a retired musician. He's a legend in the jazz and blues scene, Artist Turner. And so music was always around the house.
And you also worked for HISD as a while?
Oh, yes, I did. I taught at Westbury High School for about 12 years.
Tell us about tell us about that experience. What was it like? And then did you always envision that you would transition into a full-time recording artist, even when you were an educator?
Well, when I was an educator, I was already there as a recording artist. I came in and wanted to give back. And Westbury had a magnet, and they still have a very great fine arts magnet program. And I was part of that for a number of years. And we have many success stories. So it was very rewarding.
Tell us how things, I've talked to several musicians, and everybody seems to have a different answer when I ask, how did things go during the pandemic for you? Some are like, wow, it was very productive. Some would say, well, I didn't get a chance to meet with the bandmates, but I could still do some writing on my own. How did things work for you during the COVID pandemic when everything was locked down and you couldn't do those live shows?
Well, it was challenging for me because I'm one that loves that live performance. I love that personal interaction with music lovers. However, it was a time that, I was able to spend with family and reconnect that situation. But like those musicians also said, it was a time of trying to be creative and find ways to be productive and try to find ways to be creative. So I think that coming out of the pandemic, I'm a better player.
Let's talk about musicians themselves. You mentioned your father was obviously one of the biggest inspirations. Person that turned me on to jazz was Pharoah Sanders. I was introduced to him in the 90s, or not introduced to him. I would have loved to have met him. I did get a chance to see him live not long before he I think it was one of the last performances he did here in Houston. But, that's one musician I look at who really inspired me. I love his music. I thought he was incredible. Besides your father, obviously your father was a huge inspiration for you. If you could name off a few musicians who really you looked up to, who would they be?
Okay, those musicians would be the late, great Conrad Johnson, Arnett Cobb, Donald Wilkerson, and my big brother, Kirk Whalum.
Oh, wow. There you go. Let's talk about albums. Have you had a chance to, how many have you had a chance to work on, and are you currently working on something?
As a solo artist, I have 6. And I am currently working on number 7. But I've worked with several different artists, and I mean, a lot of different artists that have CDs out right now. And that's rewarding as well, because you get to see their process. You get to see how they do things, and it inspires you to incorporate all those things.
And you are booking gigs right now. What was it like getting back to that first live performance after the pandemic?
Man, I was ecstatic. I was just so happy. The only thing that was challenging about that was stamina, because of the fact that you had to, just like anything, you had to get back in shape. Yeah. Of being on stage, doing a full show, as opposed to picking up the horn and then playing a little bit and then putting it down and coming back and playing later.
Where are you playing nowadays? And what's your next gig you have booked? Okay, well,
I'm playing. I was on the road this weekend in San Antonio and Austin. I'll be in Houston this week at where am I this week? I'm at the Roof in Sugarland, and I'm at Bee's Wine Bar in Missouri City on Thursday and Friday, respectively. And then taking a little break for Christmas and preparing for an East Coast run, doing DC, Philadelphia, and Baltimore.
And for folks who may want to find you on the web, we're going to put some links in our social media post after the show so they can look you up, find you on Facebook, follow your social media, and find out where you're playing. In addition to hearing you live, people can also listen to you on the radio show, or you have a radio show in KTSU.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about that.
KTSU 90.9. Yes, 3 years ago, right before the pandemic, I was asked to come over and do a jazz show called the Jazz Club, which is, and you would love the show, because what it is, it's a gumbo between all the history, the Sidney Bechet's all the way up to the Kirk Whalums and the Gerald Albrights and the David Sanborns. So it's like a gumbo. So you'll hear a lot of Pharoah Sanders on that show.
Oh, I look forward to that. I'm going to, and what time can they catch that on KTSU?
Monday through Wednesday from 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. And then on Thursdays from 2 p.m. until 5 p.m.
Okay. And I understand, are you going to play something for us today?
Oh, yeah. I want to bring some holiday cheer to you.
That sounds good. Well, let's hear something from you. Kyle Turner, that's incredible. You can't not hear that song and feel good in a Christmas or holiday mood. That's just a cheerful song and an incredible version of it, Kyle.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
I want to thank you for being on the show. Thank you for joining us this morning. We wish you the happiest of holidays and the best of luck as you head back on the road. And check in with us and let us know how that East Coast jaunt is going for you.
I definitely will. And thank you for having me, and happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all of you.
Same to you, Kyle. Take care. And if you're interested in Kyle's music, we're going to put some links in our social media posts, so make sure you check those out. All right, we're going to turn things over to Dr. Tony, because you have a very special guest. In fact, an HCC success story.
Absolutely. Martin Vega. He's with the HCC's Electrical Technology Program, and he's one of the first group to get an associate's degree in that program. We also want to thank Program Coordinator Walter Matt Adams for suggesting you to be on the show, because you truly are a model student and truly a success story. Tell us about this. You chose this field to get into, but that's not how you started out, did it? Was it?
No, I wanted to do something a little smaller, but I couldn't, my heart couldn't set on it. So I wanted to reach for the stars, get my education. And here I am, about to graduate this Thursday.
So, what was your life before HCC? Did you have any other jobs? How did HCC help you?
So the year prior to HCC, I was in and out of jobs, and I started in 2015, 2014. I want to say I had 12 jobs that year, and that year was the year I decided, this coming year I'm going to change. So I decided to join HCC and make myself more valuable.
Okay, very good. And now you're part of the first graduating class. How does that make you feel?
Oh, I'm so honored to be one of the first groups that have graduated with an associate's degree from electrical technology from HCC. I'm very honored, and I'm excited. I'm excited to graduate and see what's next for me.
Now, you've already taken, I think, the Journeyman State exam, and you passed it on your first try. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. I studied really hard for it. I passed it in July of 2020, so last year. And I studied really hard for it while I was in part-time school and a full-time employee.
Wow. That's not easy to do, to pass on the first try, right?
Correct. I want to say the passing grades for the year of 2020 was about 30%.
Wow. And you passed it the first try. That means that HCC really prepared you, you think?
Oh, of course. They have multiple NEC classes just specifically for studying the code. And when you're taking the test, that's all that's in there, is studying the code.
Excellent. Now, the electricity or electrician industry, it's been around for a long time, ever since electricity was around, I guess. But there's a big future for it, too. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, ma'am. So right now they're saying the ratio that are the electricians of the past that are retiring and dying off, and between the new electricians, about 4-to-1. So there's not as many electricians that are becoming journeyman and master electricians. So there are a shortage as of now, and that shortage is going to continue to grow.
They have what we call the home automation industry, which is growing and growing. How is that affecting the electrician industry?
Well, it's a great impact. It's a new industry, especially for the homeowner. So what I intend to do is I intend to take my master's license next year when I have enough hours to sign up for it. And I want to go in business. And I think home automation will be a great industry for me.
Okay. And what are things that the electrician can do, like this home automation? what are things that they're going to need you for?
Well, home automation is basically bringing everything together, from your light switches to your dimmers to your HVAC to your garage door openers. Imagine everything concealed into one app. And us as electricians, we run the wires, all the connectivity, linking, everything that has associated with that connectability, the electricians will do.
So there's an app, but an electrician has to know how to put all this together. There's still wiring and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you're studying for your master's. Not every journeyman does that, because the master's is yet another big exam. And so tell me about how you're preparing for that.
So I've been preparing for right now for about 2 months. And like I said, I can't take the master's until next year around this time, or maybe around August or so. And what I do is I purchase some Mike Holt books. Kudos to Mike Holt. I'm one of his fans. He's got some great content. And I study his books, and I put in the time, and I take the time to study almost every day.
Now, you said putting in the time. I know that you have a family, a wonderful family, and a wife, and I know at least a son. I don't know how many kids you have, and a dog, and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty impressive that. Now, did you work full time while you were going to school?
Yes, ma'am. So I started in 2015, a part-time student, and this whole time I've been a full-time employee. I am married, and I have a 2-month-old daughter.
Excellent. What's your advice to students, especially those like yourself that have to work full time to keep the family going? But you also, a lot of times when you work full time, you think, no, I just can't go to school and work full time and all of that, and it'll take me forever and all that. What is your advice to students?
It is kind of discouraging to work full time and be a part-time student, knowing that an associate's degree should only take you 2 years. And in my case, it took me 6 years. But the time's going to pass. You're going to get smarter along the way. Put in the time. If you really want it, strive for it. You can do it. Being a full-time employee, it has its disadvantages, but it is possible if you really want it.
And I assume that managing your time is very important. What did you do to help yourself out that way?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, the weekends, you have to put in the work on the weekends. And also while I'm at work as well, on my breaks, my lunch breaks, I'm always studying. It's something I really wanted to do, to be able to tell my now daughter, that I graduated with an associate's degree while working full time. And if I can do it, you can do it too. And
did you get any kind of financial aid? Did HCC help you with that to ease that burden?
Actually, no. As an electrician, you make a little too much to qualify for financial aid. So I had to pay my education along the way. But I know one thing, my mother's taught me, it was, the best investment is in yourself. And I wanted to continue my education.
And so you're going to start your own company. What are your plans on how to get that started?
Well, first, I want to, of course, I had to pass my Master Electrician's license from the state of Texas, which will be around this time next year. And, I haven't really decided if I want to go in business with a partner or if I want to do it alone. It kind of just depends on this next year. I might have a great job opportunity now that I have my associate's degree coming this week. And if all things go well, having a business partner may be the best option for me.
Okay, sounds good. Well, Martin Vega, you are one of the first AAS graduating class and for the HCC Electrical Technology Program. And we are so proud of you. And you're also studying for the Master Electrician test. You passed the journeyman on the first try, which is amazing. And you're planning to have your own business. What a true student success story.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very honored to be here. I'm so excited to graduate this coming Thursday. You know, it's been a long time coming. It's, like I said, 6 years, and I'm happy. I'm happy.
Martin, we're proud of you. We're looking forward to seeing you walk across that stage on Thursday. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much, Todd, and thank you so much for having me.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Tony. All right. We're going to move on to our HCC news and announcements. We've got a few of them today. Virtual student art exhibition. They're happening on our campuses. Our 6 HCC campus art galleries are using their Instagram accounts as gallery walls for their juried exhibition. That's happening throughout December through the HCC Virtual Arts Center. We'll have some information on how to visit them in our social media post. On the Edge, that's presented by Maggie Lasher. Tony?
Yes, they are student-created dance films, and they're a sight to see. You need to go to the HCC website, and you have to register. So go to Megan, MEGAN.Lasher, LASHER at hccs.edu to register. And it's Wednesday, December 15th, not September, December, at 7:30 p.m. So be sure to watch that. It's very exciting.
Okay, ready, set, go, FastTrack training. We talked about this. I believe they launched this website last year, as a matter of fact. But the FastTrack training website, the idea is you complete short-term training to land high-demand jobs. Plus, HCC can help you pay for it all. That's right. Everything's paid for through grants. Pretty good deal, right? We're talking not just a few trades. We're talking construction, healthcare, welding, IT, cybersecurity, smart manufacturing, all that and more. Go to the website, sign up today, get your FastTrack training, and get out and get a job. We'll have the website address in our social media post. It's hccs.edu/FastTrack. Okay, share your day with the graduates. As you just heard, Martin's graduating this coming Thursday, and we're celebrating our graduates, Tony.
That's true. Commencement is December 16th, so don't forget that. And share your day, graduates, with us. Go to hashtag HCC Fall Grad 2021 and take pictures and share your pictures with us, and we'll put it on our official HCC social media account. So we want to see you graduate.
Yeah. Keep in mind, because graduation is happening this Thursday, it's going on the same time we would normally have up to the minute. So this Thursday, no up to the minute. All right. So keep that in mind. We'll have a show tomorrow, Wednesday, and then we'll return on Friday for our final show of the year before we go on winter break. So keep that in mind. Celebrate our graduates and watch the live stream and cheer them on. Okay. Financial aid. You need it. You need some help. Well, guess what? They're going to be open even during the winter break. Students still need help even during the holidays. That's right. If you're looking to reach financial aid over the winter break, use the QR code on our district Facebook page to access a holiday Zoom lobby or stop into Katy or West Loop campuses. They will be there to help you with financial aid questions or things that you may need. So keep that in mind. Don't let that stop you from registering for spring 2022. And speaking of that, registration's underway, Tony.
It's going on right now and has been for a while. So you need to register right now. There's all kinds of classes you can choose from: online anytime, online on a schedule, hybrid, which means both online and face-to-face, and of course, face-to-face, totally the normal past way to go to class, and then hybrid labs. So, and then there's so many ways to get financial help. If you need any type of financial aid, we've got it. I mean, we have all kinds of ways of getting financial aid. So don't let that stop you. Go to hccs.edu/now because you need to register now and be prepared for the spring.
That's right. Spring classes will be starting right when we return, not long after we return from winter break. So, boy, it comes up pretty darn quickly. Okay, tomorrow on the show, we're going to have a guest from a restaurant that I've been wanting to try for quite some time. I haven't had a chance to go there. I hear wonderful things about them. They're called Lucille's. They're a very popular restaurant. We're going to meet their chef tomorrow. Southern comfort food, inspired by his grandmother. We'll hear all about that. And you know, Tony, we'll also have one of our favorite guests on the show. He's hugely popular, Dr. Desmond Lewis, Interim Associate Vice Chancellor of College Readiness. He's on the show tomorrow. You know, we need to get on the show again. We haven't seen him in a while, but he's always fun to visit with. Darren Baskin.
Oh, absolutely. I love
we got to get Darren on the show. So Darren, I mean, he always comes on the show and he has wonderful things going on. So we got to get Darren back on the show. See what he's up to, because he's always got something going on. So let's check in with Darren, maybe when we get back from the break. Okay, Tony, you'll be back tomorrow, right?
Yes, I will.
Okay, we'll all be back tomorrow. Remember, if you don't catch us live, we're on HCCTV at noon, 5 p.m., and now at 10 p.m. We'll see you tomorrow live right here on Up to the Minute.